Hi students, fresh morning to all. How are you all? Now you are in quarantine days, right? Are you missing your friends? Well, you speak together with your friends. Now let us move to our class. Here, Amul and Rohit are friends and they were reading a storybooks. Do you like stories? Do you read storybooks? Okay students, do you like stories? Do you like to read storybooks? In the leave days, you buy some storybook and read it. It's very interesting. Now let's see what they were doing. They were reading a storybooks. On the time, their kitten was sitting on the floor. The kitten name is Pushy. Okay students, do you like pets? Do you have it in your home? Do you know the pussycat rhyme? Shall we sing a pussycat rhyme now? Okay, shall we start? Are you ready? Let's start. Sing with me. Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been? I have been London to visit the Queen. Pussycat, pussycat, what did you dare? I frightened a little mouse under her chair. Do you like it? Shall we sing once again? Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been? I have been London to visit the Queen. Pussycat, pussycat, what did you dare? I frightened a little mouse under her chair. Let's sing it again. Sing with me. Sing loudly. Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been? I have been London to visit the Queen. Pussycat, pussycat, what did you dare? I frightened a little mouse under the chair. Okay, now let us go for a lesson. Their Pushy is sitting on the floor near the door. Suddenly they heard a noise. Amul saw a hat near the door. He went to pick the hat and bent to pick it up. Amul went closer to the hat. The hat jumped a little. Amul was shocked and he said, "Oh no, help me." And Rohit asked, "What's the matter?" Amul said, "The hat is alive. Yep, it's alive. The hat is jumping." And Rohit also confused. And he said, "What? Don't be silly, Amul." The Amul said, "But it's jumped." They were confusing about it. Suddenly, the hat crawled towards them. They both ran toward the kitchen, terribly frightened of the moving hat. They were afraid and they were shouting, "Oh no, help!" And they entered the kitchen. They closed the door slowly and they were talking about the hat. Rohit said that, "What is the matter with the hat? Why is it jumping?" And Amul said, "Maybe someone is pulling it along with a string. Let's find out." And Amul took a stick and he said, "If the hat creeps towards us again, I will hit it hard." Here, the creep means to move slowly, keeping the body close to the ground. And Rohit took a broom. They opened the door slowly and the hat was just lying near the kitchen door. They were scared and they were throwing potatoes on it. Finally, Rohit managed to hit the hat with a potato. The hat jumped high up on the hat with a howl. Here the howl means to make a long or sad sound. And they saw a brown tail. Sticking out from an under brim of a hat. Here brim means edge. And they found it was Pushy. It must be under the hat. And Amul grabbed the hat and Pushy came out. Amul said, "Poor Pushy, how did you ever get under the hat? Remember that strange noise? That must have been the hat falling off the hook on the top of Pushy." They were talking about the noise they heard. Rohit said, "Remember that strange noise? That must have been the hat falling off the hook on the top of Pushy." They were talking about the noise which was they heard. Isn't it, Pussy? At last, the Pushy cat made a sound. Meow, meow. Have you all understood the lesson, students? Right. At first, what they were doing? They were reading a storybook. And they saw a kitten on the floor. And then they suddenly heard a noise. What is that? And they suddenly heard a noise. And Amul saw a hat near the door. The hat jumped a little, and then they both were confusing. Suddenly, the hat crawled towards them. They were afraid of it. And then they took a stick and broom to hit it. They took a stick and broom to hit it hard. And then they opened the door slowly. And then what did they do? They were throwing a potatoes on it. Finally, Rohit managed to hit the hat with a potato. The hat was jumped high up. And then they saw a brown tail striking out from under the brim of the hat. And they found it was Pushy. Pushy was under the hat. At last, Pushy cat made a sound. No, what is it? Meow, meow. Okay, students, could you understand the lesson? Shall I ask some questions from it? Are you ready? Answer for it. The first one. At first, what they were doing? They were reading a story. The second one. What's their kitten name? Can anyone say that? What's their kitten name? The kitten name is Pussycat. What did Amul see? Say the answer. What did Amul see? Amul saw a hat. And what jumped a little? The hat jumped a little. The next one. What did they take to hit the hat? And what did they take to hit the hat? They took stick and broom. What were they throwing on it? They were throwing potatoes. Last question. What was inside the hat? Can anyone say that? What was inside the hat? Pushy was inside the hat. Okay, students, super. You did a good job. Okay, in this lesson, what are the new words we learn? The first one is creep. What does it mean? Creep means to move slowly, keeping the body close to the ground. What is it? To move slowly, keeping the body close to the ground. The next one is howl. What does it mean? Howl means to make a long or sad sound. The third one is brim. What does it mean? It means edge. Okay, students, do you like pets? I like it most. Do you have a pet in your home? Just you write some sentence about your pet. This is your homework. You do it in your home. Stay home and stay safe. Bye bye. Take care.